What's going on, guys? CT here. My recap of the Seahawks Panthers game just ended just a second ago. And then that was just, there were so many chances we had to win that game. And our defense plays well for the first time in a long time. Probably since the Detroit game. And in that game, they gave up a lot of yards. Just Stafford and was just throwing us gifts, basically, in crucial times. So they really didn't even play that well that game. But, you know, it's kind of been the same deal with us and the Seahawks the past 3 years now. All three of them were very winnable games that we probably should have won, but we didn't. So, and it happened again. And of course, everyone's going to blame Cam for this game. He practically gets blamed for every loss, and hardly gets credit for the wins. But on that last drive, there was nothing he could have done. I mean, Byron Bell was just getting absolutely whooped up front by, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Bruce Irvin, but he was just, we got to get the ball down the field in that situation. So, scrambling, stepping up and trying to run or dumping it off really doesn't do you much good right there. And so there was nothing Cam could have done there. And I don't know what Mike Shula was trying to do on that last play. Hopefully he was trying to do some kind of trick play where maybe Jonathan Stewart would throw it back or something. I don't know. I mean, I guess he figured that we just can't, we're not going to have enough time to throw it. So we got to do is try something, and hope for a miracle. But that's not what lost us the game. I thought probably the biggest play in the game for us was when we fumbled that on that zone read play. That was a huge play, and it killed us. And the Kelvin Benjamin drop touchdown. He was open, and it just went right through his hands. Those two plays really killed us. And we basically went up and down the field on Seattle's defense. Just could not do anything in the red zone, whether it was a turnover or a drop or a penalty. It was always something. Just could not get, just cannot get a break on offense. Can't get a break in general, really. But Seattle's offense did not play that well. I really was not that impressed with our defense today. I don't think Seattle's offense is very good, or they had a bad day today, because on that one pick, we just got lucky on that play. Really, it was just kind of a high pass, and Marshawn Lynch tipped it, and we picked it off. I think it was Josh Norman. That was just lucky, really. But we can't get lucky when it matters the most, and that's kind of been what the deal has been with Carolina, excluding last year, really. Really the past 5 or 6 years. That's kind of been the case. We can't get a break when it matters the most. And that's just part of the game. Sometimes in the NFL, you need luck on your side sometimes to win, and it just has not been the case with Carolina very often as of late. But we got better pressure on defense today. I was satisfied with that, but not enough, man. There was one play that really made me mad, and it was a big play. I think it was like 3rd and long, and Charles Johnson went for a pump fake against Russell Wilson, and I'm convinced Charles Johnson did not watch the scouting report or watch any film on Seattle or their offense this week, because if you're playing Russell Wilson, the one thing you need to know is do not go for the pump fakes. Don't do it. Do not do it. I mean, worst case scenario, he throws it over you, big deal. Like, they don't have very good receivers anyway, so it's not like not to do that. And for the most part, we did a good job of that. But on that play, he jumped for it, and Russell Wilson, I can't remember if he took off. I think he took off and ran for like 15 yards for a first down, or he may have thrown it across the middle. I can't remember, but either way, he should have just stayed down, and we would have had a sack there, and we had a stop. I think they got a field goal on that drive, which was big, you know. I don't know what else. We ran the ball a lot better today. Jonathan Stewart was running hard, and he's really been running hard all year. He just cannot stay healthy. Just cannot do it. And I think that our offensive line is better at, or definitely better at run blocking than pass blocking, because as far as pass blocking, we probably have the worst offensive line in the NFL. It is awful. I mean, and I love how Byron Bell had a false start on that drive as well. That was just a horrible possession for Byron Bell. That was absolutely atrocious. One of the worst I've ever seen by an offensive lineman, and he's had a little bit too many of those than we would like, that's for sure. But I don't know where we go from here. I mean, even if we would have won this game, I don't think it would have been like turn our season around or anything. But our only chance we're not winning the Super Bowl this year. It's not happening. I don't think we really don't have much chance of winning a playoff game. Very little. But we have a solid chance to win the division, which sounds ridiculous, but it's true as of now. I think that can change quickly, because I actually like the Saints spot better than ours. Because I think they're going to be a bad matchup for us. I think Drew Brees, I don't care what kind of year they're having, I still think they'll have a lot of success against our defense, especially in the Dome. But that game Thursday is very big if we want to win this division at home. So at Thursday night football, our defense has to show up in that game. If we lose that game, I think you can kiss our chances of winning this division goodbye. And I actually think that the Saints might win tonight. I actually kind of have a feeling that they are. So I don't know. I think we need to start winning games very quickly if we're going to have any chance of getting out of this division. But even if we do, I mean, I want to make the playoffs. That's pretty much my goal for Carolina every year. But what's going to result in that? We're not going to go anywhere. I mean, if our team last year couldn't do anything in the playoffs, then the team this year sure as hell can't. But I don't know, man. It's just oh yeah, Mike Shula. I think he was. You could put, if you're going to blame any one person for this game, which I don't advise doing, it would probably be Mike Shula, because he just calls the wrong play at the wrong time, if you know what I mean. Like, he can call the right play sometimes, but in the crucial situations, he just doesn't. He just draws up the stupidest play that just you cannot justify what he's even thinking at the time. It's very frustrating, and a lot of it is on first down. I think the first down, he comes up with something stupid. He kept trying to run the screen plays in the second half. They weren't working, and it was just very dangerous because Cam was still throwing it there, very close to getting intercepted a couple times there. Very dangerous. If it's not working, stop running it. Should have thrown to Kelvin Benjamin more, I think. When you got a guy like that, you got to give him chances. We threw it up to him, and he went up and got it over Richard Sherman and what's his name? Thomas. Can't remember his first name. Or is that his? I can't remember that guy's name. Well, who gives a fuck now, man? I really don't care. And Seattle, I was just not impressed with them at all today. I was saying like the whole game, like even if we win this game, it's not going to be very impressive. I'm not going to be that impressed by it. It's not like, oh, we're a great team now. I mean, they're pretty much there, right there with us right now, and that's not good. I do not like their chances at one bit. But their division's kind of struggling right now too. I think except for I think Arizona's leading that division right now. But they'll probably win. Arizona will probably win the division. I don't see Seattle really bouncing back just because they beat us, you know. And again, they should have lost. Probably, you know. You can make a solid case for it. But, you know, shot ourselves in the foot too many times with penalties, turnovers, and bad play calling. And that's really the result of why we got the result we did. Our defense played well enough. They got the ball moved on them quite a bit, and they got lucky with some turnovers a couple times as well. With that fumbled snap, it's ridiculous that even happened. And you know, they gave us the chances, we just couldn't. They would shoot themselves in the foot, and we would shoot ourselves in the foot right back. You know. And we shot ourselves in the foot just a few too many times, and our secondary could not come up with a stop at the end, and we lost the game. That's it. We'll go from here, see what happens. Maybe the defense can somehow start playing better. The schedule is starting to soften up a little bit down the stretch, but man, this has been just a brutal stretch right now. But not really because of this game. I mean, this was not that tough of a game. It was very winnable, and there's really no reason why we lost it. You know, no good reason why we should have lost when the defense played as well as they did. And Seattle's defense is just not what they were last year. And this is the best our offense has played against Seattle, I think, definitely. Wow, that's a good catch. Just couldn't capitalize in the red zone. Shot ourselves in the foot. I think Mike Shula will probably be gone this year, and I know some people are wanting Dave Gettleman to be gone as well. You know, it's kind of, I can understand why, because the reason we're not who we are last year is because of Dave Gettleman, pretty much. But he has brought some good players in, you know, through the draft. If you look at our draft, I know he hasn't brought them all in. He's just been here the past couple of years, but I mean, we've really hit home runs in the first round of the draft the last 4 years, and because of that, I still feel good about our future as a franchise. You know, when you're just producing stud after stud in the first round, then at some point it has to you know, turn in your favor, and you got to be a good team at some point when you're just drafting as well as we are. I think in the later rounds, in rounds like 2 through 4, we need to draft better. But our first round picks have just been outstanding. I think you could argue that we've had the best first round picks the past 4 years with Cam Newton, Luke Kuechly, Starla Tugale, and Kelvin Benjamin. You know, Kelvin Benjamin, Cam Newton, and Luke Kuechly are, you know, probably all in the top, you know, five or 6 or 7 in their positions. Luke Kuechly as number 1 in my opinion in his, and you know, Kelvin Benjamin is just he's dropping balls at bad times, but man, he's making some spectacular catches that if you can just bring in those easy ones, man, that ones that just hit him right in the hands, basically, then, God, I mean, he has potential to be the best receiver in this league. I mean, it's ridiculous. But it is what it is now. It's a loss. Very easily could have been a win. Probably should have been, but it's not. And we'll move on to New Orleans this Thursday night, which that game is a must-win if we're going to win the division, and we'll see how it goes from there. Till then, keep pounding. Go Panthers. See y'all later.